Adrian Wojnarowski joins me now with the very latest on this story that's shocking on so many levels, Woj. And there was some initial optimism coming from the Warriors regarding the severity of Klay's injury, and then the bad news came down. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, he had the imaging in Southern California today, and a clean tear of his right Achilles. And I talked to his agent, Greg Lawrence, who said, there's optimism about how this will heal, that they expect he'll be able to heal 100%. He'll be ready for the start of next season. But this is a blow to Klay Thompson, to the Warriors. He just finished a rigorous rehab on the ACL injury that kept him out all of last year. And now mentally he's got to get prepared for what's a more difficult rehab with the Achilles.
So let's remember that the Warriors went to 5 straight NBA Finals, right? And then the league's worst record last season. And then they draft James Wiseman 2nd overall last night. And then the Klay news, losing him for a year. What a roller coaster ride for this franchise, Woj. So what are their options moving forward? And of course, we reported the news about the possibility of Kelly Oubre coming over. Yeah,
that Kelly Oubre deal is going to get done. They're finalizing it. He's coming from Oklahoma City. Think of this, though. You talk about the commitment in Golden State to win. He's got a $14 million salary. They're absorbing it into a trade exception. So they're going to send picks back. But the luxury tax bill on that $14 million is an $80 million bill for Golden State. Kelly Oubre will be an $80 million player for them next season. Now, he doesn't replace Klay Thompson. But given what's on the market, there's a shortage of good shooting guards in free agency. I think they maximize what was out there. He's a good player, but Klay Thompson's a Hall of Famer and certainly synonymous with that Warrior dynasty.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way to replace him. So what other options besides Oubre, or would that be it based on the salary, the $80 million?
Yeah, they're going to have the biggest luxury tax bill in NBA history. I think right now, around, I think in the neighborhood of 130 million plus. I don't know if there's much more they can bring on, especially in a climate where the Warriors have those luxury seats. They're the most lucrative in the league, and they may not be able to have any fans, at least for the start of the NBA season.
Exactly. Remember, this is the problem for all teams, but in particular, with an injury like this, we're only 12 days away from training camp beginning when the Warriors get this news. So, Woj, keep us up to date on Oubre and anything else.
Thanks, Sage.
NBA analyst Tim Legler joins me now live on SportsCenter. And Tim, this was supposed to be the comeback season for the Warriors. We talked about it, but now that Klay will miss his 2nd straight season, what do you think exactly this does to Golden State?
Well, Sage, first of all, you just feel sick for Klay Thompson. I mean, having gone through a couple of ACL reconstructions myself, to go through one of those in your career, devastating. You go through 2, you start to feel snake bitten. He will recover. I do believe that. It's just going to have to hit the reset button on this thing one more time and pause it as far as the Warriors being a title contender. But make no mistake about it, I still believe the Golden State Warriors, as currently constructed, particularly with the new additions of James Wiseman, Kelly Oubre going to be coming in. You added Andrew Wiggins. You still have Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Steve Kerr in that system. This team, to me, is still a top 4 or 5 team in the Western Conference. I think they can host a first-round playoff series. I wouldn't be shocked. The top of the West is stacked and loaded. We know that. But the Golden State Warriors, because of this system and my belief in Steph Curry and what he does to defenses and the way you have to react to him, how much easier it makes the game for everybody else, and those new additions that I mentioned, and not to mention the fact they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, I think a lot to prove. Golden State Warriors aren't going away. I just don't think without Klay Thompson, we could legitimately say they could win a title this year, and I think I would have put them in that category had he come back healthy.
For sure, and I don't know if people are underestimating the talent of Kelly Oubre as well. It'll be interesting to see how quickly he fits into that mix. Don't go anywhere. Kevin wants to talk to you about his Sixers.
Well, how about the night they had for Daryl Morey? The new president of basketball operations acquired Danny Green and Terrence Ferguson for draft picks and the chance to unload Al Horford's bloated contract. They also continue to bring in shooters, trading Josh Richardson and a 2nd-round pick to the Mavs for Seth Curry, who happens to be the son-in-law of new head coach Doc Rivers. But more importantly, Curry is a catch-and-shoot threat from the outside who hit 45% of his threes last season, spacing the key for Joel Embiid. They used their first pick last night, 21 overall, on Kentucky shooting guard Tyrese Maxey. Let's bring back Legs. So what stood out from the Sixers' moves last night to you?
Well, first and foremost, they got rid of some contracts that everybody thought was going to be difficult for them to get out from under, but they were able to do it. And Al Horford, look, he's a really good player. He's had a great career. He wasn't a good fit there. So to be able to get rid of that contract and get something back in return and add pieces that now you value to play alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. When you have the kind of shooting that Danny Green brings to the table, Terrence Ferguson is a 3-and-D type of player. Now, he didn't shoot it with consistency in Oklahoma City, but he is capable, and he's a very good perimeter defender. You go out, you pick up Seth Curry. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. So clearly, you saw the shift from the day Doc Rivers got there and then Daryl Morey. They knew what they needed to do. They have to complement their star players and put guys around them that space the floor and make them a more viable offense. That's what they have done. And even picking up Tyrese Maxey, I don't think a lot of people expected him to be there at 21. They're happy to get a kid that talented that's a combo guard. So they've added a lot of firepower offensively. You gave up some defense with Josh Richardson, but look, when you've got Ben Simmons, Embiid, and you got Matisse Thybulle, you got that covered. They needed shooting, and they got it, Kevin. I like this team a lot better today than I did yesterday.
And I like hearing that. Big makeover after one day. Free agency begins tomorrow, 6 Eastern, right here on SportsCenter. Leg's going to be with us, of course, tomorrow. Cannot wait to talk about that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.